Thank you very much. Let me say good afternoon to you all. Before I speak, I first want to extend congratulations messages to the organizers of this program and say a big thank you to you for what you have done and what we are seeing this afternoon. Thank you very much. Again, I want to have different faces here. I don't know the description to give. So I will say a big thank you to everybody present here, including my team. This afternoon, I've been charged to speak on entrepreneurship and leadership. First of all, I want to talk about entrepreneurship before I go to the leadership. One will ask, who is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is an individual who takes risk to create businesses and also enjoy the rewards. Simple put. But if you talk about entrepreneurship, I know you are all educated, and therefore you have pretty good knowledge about entrepreneurship. But what you learned in the classroom, although it's applicable when we are really doing business, but there are certain things that are not taught in the classrooms, and which I want to do justice to it, so that you become informed with what you have learned in school and what you are going to be confronted with as an entrepreneur when you come out of college. First, I'll use myself as an example to motivate those of you here, especially the young men and women who have decided to come, leaving everything, your studies. I hear some of you have exams, just to come and listen to me. I will share my personal experience with you for you to know that entrepreneurs are not born, but they are made. Entrepreneurs are made, they are not born. So those of you who take consolation and say that, oh, entrepreneurs are born and therefore if I'm not an entrepreneur, I'm not capable of doing it, it is not true. Entrepreneurs are made, and you can emulate it from successful people, and through that you can also call yourself an entrepreneur when you begin to establish businesses. Now, we have 7 qualities of an entrepreneur. First, I want the students to write it down. First is vision. Second is courage. Third is integrity. Fourth, focus. 5, foresight. 6, courage. And 7, cooperation. When you have these 7 areas and you focus on it, you can be an entrepreneur. But this side of the world, I want to bring it home to you that to be an entrepreneur, first, you need to have the vision that I'm not going to work for an organization for the rest of my life, but I want to also employ people. When you have that vision, it means you are preparing yourself to become an entrepreneur, one who will create businesses and opportunities for others also to enjoy. And this vision, those who have a vision, is those who think of the future. They are not complacent of today, but rather think of tomorrow, what they are going to do. When we have such people believing in the future, then you can say that they have a vision. It is not only the vision. You need to be courageous. You need to take bold decisions. That is what we call in economics risk. You have to take risk. Why it is necessary to take risk is that all of us have dreams to be somebody in future. But the courage to take your destiny into your own hands, if you are not a risk taker, you cannot be an entrepreneur. So to be an entrepreneur, you have to take risk. And do not be that Ghanaian entrepreneurs are only doing the small scale businesses. And the large scale businesses you find in this country are owned by foreigners because they get cheaper loans, come in and invest, and their cost of production is cheaper than us because of high interest rate that we took. So that one of the challenges is the loan that we keep is so expensive that it's not been easy for anybody. Again, another problem we have in this country is culture. Our culture impedes progress. And if you have the same culture in your organization, it impedes the progress of the organization. Why? Here in Ghana, if somebody steals from my company and I fire him, you have Reverend Minister coming to beg, politicians like my colleagues calling me, you have your relatives, your uncle, your father, your grandfather, all of them coming to you to plead with you. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the developed countries, when you are fired, you are fired. Nobody comes to beg for you. Then again, here, when you are fired, you can go to your mother's house, can go to your father's house, and at least you will eat. In the developed countries, you have to pay your rent. Even if you are staying with your mother, you pay rent. You have to buy food. You have to take care of yourself. And if you lose your job, there is no pastor coming to beg. There is no uncle coming to beg. There is no politician coming to beg. That is why the systems are working elsewhere and it is not working here. So if you want to succeed, I tell you the truth, even your own family, don't employ them. Let them stay home. Don't employ your own family. Let them stay home. When you make the money, you take good care of them. That they'll say, oh, Uncle Ken, well, you're nice. But if you give to it, have done, study it, and challenge yourself that if AGYAPONG, you are fortunate to be in the university at the age of 22, 23. I went to Fordham University at the age of 33. After hawking on the street, washing plates in Germany, driving taxi, and working at the bakery in America, I decided to go to university. And here we are today. So say to yourself, if AGYAPONG has done it, I can do it too.